I took the training. I was in a space where I was trying to find a way that I could speak authentically as a yoga teacher from where I'm at. Meaning, I work with a chronic condition, and I was in yoga classes or teaching, and I just wasn't having the experience of being connected to others in a way that felt authentic to me, but also didn't resonate within my body. And what I was missing in that was what I learned about when I went to the training, and what gave me the ease and the freedom to say, wait a minute. there's what I've defined and what I've known as yoga and practice, and then there's what is considered my yoga practice, which is the choice that I give myself each time I practice, and which I give my students, to say, we're practicing together and choose what is right for you. Meaning, while you're providing shape, and this is language also that you'll pick up that's extremely helpful. While you're instead of doing poses, you're enjoying having the experience of sensation in your body, breath, and at the same time creating shape, right, through the different types of quote-unquote poses. But what's more important is that the person themselves is having their own experience of the practice, and noticing, practicing a lot of noticing what's going on. If I just, if I put my feet down and I put a little more into the right foot, and I take my mind to my feet and just bring my attention to this area, what sensations come up, if anything? And you're moving in this slow progression of attention of mind to the sensations, while you're experiencing with the community of people that you're with, they're themselves having their own practice. So you're just a guide, which is a lot different than what a typical sort of standard yoga practice is. And what does that give people who have been through trauma, who experience trauma, who live with the day-to-day chronic and long-term effects of a lot of their disabilities, of their struggles, is that you have a sense of autonomy of self with your body, and you're speaking, you're having a dialogue. It's like it's a body-mind. You're developing that relationship. And that is, it's a whole other way of being with your community of fellow yogis. And the language that you use, the feedback, and also think about the communities that you'll be serving. I mean, I've worked in I've only been with 3.5 Acres Yoga. I think I'm going on I'm on my second year now, maybe about second year. But I've been able to work with, especially for me, you can't see me, but I am a person of color. And I was really seeking during COVID to find a way to connect with Black, Indigenous people of color and support, and especially with everything going on. But you get to work with, disadvantaged, marginalized communities. You get to work with people who, for example, battered women's shelters. You get to work with LGBTQ, folks who have been homeless and are needing to have safe space within themselves, within their environment, all of these sort of things. You get to work with, I got a wonderful opportunity to work with women, Black, Indigenous people of color, women, particularly BIPOC, who are cancer survivors. This was my last. I mean, the range is unbelievable. And if you're someone who's practicing, because that's also part of what your practice is about, then this bridges the two together beautifully. And the support, the community, Nikki shared, you're like a family. And I'm not kidding. I've only known everyone online, and they literally, it's unbelievable. And I want to just say, for the last thing for the training is, a lot of trainings are strictly online, meaning you don't get the practice time or the conversation, question and answer in the actual online learning. You learn through a module or it's not like that. I mean, I was sad at the end of the practice because I didn't want to leave everybody at the end of the weekend, because you spend the time together and your questions get answered. You get to practice. You have to practice to complete it. So, and then, like Lara said, there's so many ways to be a part. There's IG Live, as a volunteer. Instagram Live, you can do that. Then there's the ways that she explained for different volunteer offerings that you can provide, which, could be administrative, could be participating in, groups, could be, there's so many different things. So it's just wonderful. Hope I didn't speak too long.
Not at all. Thank you so much, Safara. Thank you for being here.